Today is Friday, September 25th, 2020. And our I Can for today says, I can round to any assigned place. So let's start with a couple of examples. All right, here's number one. Here's our number. And I'm going to actually rewrite it twice because we're going to round this number two separate ways. The first time we're going to round it to the thousands place. And the second time we round it, we're going to round it to the 10,000s place. The thousands place is not hard. I find the thousands place, circle the neighbor, and then say to myself, is 7 a handful? Yes, it sure is. Too many people for our party, so we have to bring somebody next door, and this would round to 7,000. Now over here, it asked us to round to the 10,000s place, so let's find the 10,000s place. Well, there's not even a number there. So I underline the 10,000s place. We can imagine there's a 0 there. I circle the neighbor. Is 6 a handful? Yes. So bring one back with us. Then it's not a problem anymore. Those all drop to 0. And my 0 turns into a 1. So 6,700 rounds to 10,000. It's closer to 10,000 than 0,000s. Let's try another one. $16,401. And I'm going to round again to the nearest thousands place. And then I'm going to round to the 10,000s. So if I want to round it twice, I have to write it twice, don't I? All right, which number is in the thousands place? You said the 6, you're right. So underline the place. Circle the neighbor. Is 4 a handful? No. So there's no problem. It all turns to zeros. Everything's fine. The 16 in front stays 16. So 16,401 is closer to 16,000 than 17,000. This one, it says to round to the 10,000s. So I underline the 10,000s, circle the neighbor. Is 6 a handful? Yes, that's too many people to have at our party. So we have to bring someone back with us, take them next door. And now my 1 turns into a 2. And now there's no problem, so everything else turns into a 0. All right, here's our next one. We have 4 examples today, and then we have some practice in your green books. 399,499. Wow, that looks like a huge number. We're going to round this to the thousands. We're going to do it to the 10,000s, and we're going to round to the 100,000s. So if I want to round it 3 times, how many times do I need to write this number? 3 times, that's exactly right. Rounding to the thousands place. Which digit is in the thousands place? If you said the 9, you're exactly right. And I circle the 4. Is 4 a handful? No, no problem. They're all allowed to stay at our party. These all turn to 0, and everything in the front stays the same. 399,499 is closer to 399,000 than 400,000. All right, let's round to the 10,000s place. Here's the 10,000s. I look at the neighbor. Is 9 a handful? Yes, too many people for a party, so I have to bring them back. And when I bring them back, then these turn into no problem anymore. Now, when I brought one back, it's going to change my 9 into a 10. But I can't put 10 right here. We can only have one digit in each place. So let's look at it like it's 39. If I have 39 and I get one more person, how many do I have? 40 is right. So now 399,499 rounds to 400,000. All right, our last one. 399,499. I'm rounding to the hundred thousands place. Circle the neighbor. Is 9 a handful? It sure is. So I have to bring someone back with me, take them next door. And now this will be no problem. And my 3 turns into a 4. Do you notice that both of these numbers are the same? 400,000, 400,000? Sometimes when you round numbers, your answer can both round to the same place. If you think of our roller coasters, it just depends where we are on the roller coaster ride. Now, the one other thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned today is that sometimes it doesn't tell you exactly where to round. It'll give you a question, but not tell you which place to round to. It won't tell you, should I round to the 10,000s or the 100,000s? It doesn't say. So in that case, we have to use what's called front end rounding. Please write this down. Front end rounding. What front end rounding means is if you don't know where to round to, you round to the number in the front. So if the place that we are rounding isn't given, that means they don't tell us where we're rounding, you round the first number you see. And instead of number, I should have said digit. Let me see if my eraser is right here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Not number, the first digit. All right, so if the place that we're rounding to isn't given, you just round the first digit. I can give you an example. If I said Carmen ate 4,763 jelly beans while he was 9. About how many jelly beans did he eat? When you hear the word about, you know you have to round. You have to make an estimate, and a rounding gives you an estimated answer. About how many did he eat? Well, I'm going to take the number 4,763, and I'm going to use front end rounding. I underline the 4, circle the 7. Is 7 a handful? Yes, this hand's full. So I need to bring somebody next door, and now these are no problem. And my 4 turns into a 5. So about how many did Carmen eat? Carmen ate about 5,000 jelly beans. That is a lot of jelly beans. I hope he gets a lot of exercise too. All right, so the big takeaway from today is you're going to have lots of practice. I want you to practice in your green book. We're going to practice on several pages. Please remember about front end rounding. We'll be using this next week as we move into adding and subtracting, but you'll be expected to use front end rounding also. So if you don't know where to round to the very first number. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday.